Packers and that other team. Don't you laugh at us, Theismann. We can't beat those Ravens to save our life.
Well,
In fact,
that?
if you come back and you can beat the Steelers, we got a job for you.
Fact. You be quarterback.
We'd hire Satan to beat them.
I bet you would make a deal with Satan.
Driving us nuts, man. Joe Theismann, how are you, bud?
I'm great. I'm in part of
You have it. How you doing? Everything good? You look
good.
good. You look good.
I feel good. Adventure coming in yesterday. Wow.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I mean, it was 14 degrees last night. Yeah.
The whole
Something's
city's
wrong in the world.
By the way, the whole city is shut down
It should be.
for 3 days.
I mean, it's the ice out there is incredible. They've been coming in this morning.
Hey, let's talk quarterbacks. I know we don't have you for long. The two guys in the game Sunday. Your thoughts, obviously. One's
playing they're both playing at a very high level, to be honest with you.
Are you surprised by either one of them?
No.
Okay.
I'm not surprised. Because they're two entirely different styles of quarterback. Aaron is a more in the rhythm, in the system kind of a thrower. Ben is the kind of a guy is if you put him in rhythm and you put him in the system, he's probably not going to be near as effective as he is. No, he can't.
Right.
And it's not that he can't. It's just that it would look funny, to be honest with you. But Aaron is ball placement. To me, the only way the Packers, and I felt this way about New England when they were at their best as well, is if they drop the football, if they drop 5 balls in this game, then I think Pittsburgh can win. I think if Aaron Rodgers and the receivers are on the same page, I think it'd be very difficult for Pittsburgh to stop them because offensively, if you're Green Bay, you can control the blitzes by spreading people out. You can help Aaron identify where pressure's coming from and what they want to do. You turn Troy Polamalu into a pass cover guy. You now all of a sudden take nickel guys and make them cover guys that are really wide receivers. So you can change what they do, the landscape of the defense.
Is this game? You just brought up a good point about the fact that the Packers, if they want to, obviously Pittsburgh defensively, one of their things is bring pressure. This menacing Harrison's a monster, and Woodley. I mean, they got this kid Hood's had a nice year. I mean, they're coming on as a pressuring defense. Is this game now really start to evolve into more about coaching style and the coach, Dick LeBeau, saying, "You think we're going to do this, but you know what? I got a little surprise for you because I've had 2 weeks to get ready, and so we're going to do this." Is that what it's become?
I don't think so. I think you don't want to change your personality and who you are for this game. They're the best run defense in football. So why bang your head against the wall? I mean, they give up 60 yards rushing. You expect the Green Bay Packers to come in and rush for 100 yards? I don't. And I don't even expect them to try. Now, your strong suit is your quarterback and your receiving core. James Starks just sort of came onto the scene. He had 101 yards rushing in 3 regular season games. He's got 273, give or take, in 3 playoff games. So, now you've found what looks to be a semblance of a running game, but you're going against the best running team in football. I mean, to me, they're wasted plays. If it's 2nd down and 10, why not throw the ball and have it incomplete with a chance to get something versus banging your head against the wall? Plus, the other thing is, when you look at Ziggy Hood and Casey Hampton as an example, if I'm going to throw the ball, Casey Hampton has 1 sack this year. His strong suit is not rushing the passer. So if he's going to be on the field on 1st and 10,
take him out of the game by throwing.
But then you take him out. Now, whoever you're bringing in is not as good as he is.
Right.
So I mean, it does become the chess game then, as far as personnel goes. I think Green Bay has more options on the offensive side of the ball to do things to Pittsburgh than Pittsburgh has to do against Green Bay's defense.
Joe Theismann joins us on Radio Row. Joe, our quarterback in Baltimore. You're a Super Bowl winning quarterback. How far away do you look at Joe Flacco and say, this is what he still needs to do to join me in that group?
Well, I think Joe is continuing to learn. What we forget is there's a process at the quarterback position. Joe's been very lucky. He's got a great running game to support him and a great defense. I think that part of it is your receivers have to get open for you, too. What I noticed in the playoff game in particular is they just really never got a lot of separation. Jody really didn't have a whole lot of places to go with the football. I think he'll continue to get the ball out of his hands quicker. I think Cam will make some adjustments in this offense. I feel like Baltimore has to make some adjustments in what they do offensively this year if they want to get it to the next level. All right, we've sort of been up against this Pittsburgh situation. We've been up against the wall here the last couple of years. This is what's happened. This is the end result, and it's not been good for us in Baltimore. We're going to have to do some things to modify what we do to become a little bit of a different style of offense. I'll look at I'll give you again the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers will throw the football to create the opportunity to run it. You throw the ball to get ahead. You run the ball to win games. And that's, to me, I think that's the right formula in this day and age of football.
Joe, do we put too much pressure in Baltimore? Glenn and I say this all the time. Every player you draft, every meal you serve, every draft pick you think about taking, everything you do over there should revolve around beating Pittsburgh, because we can't do it. And we're going to play them twice a year. So it's not like it's the Patriots and we might see them or we might not. Do we put too much stock into that, or should this be the thing that the team really almost over-focuses on?
Well, I think one of the things you have to be careful of is you're starting to get some age in some guys on the defensive side of the ball. So you have to start looking at that side of the ball. How do we improve that side of it? You just can't focus on just beating Pittsburgh. Because if you focus on one team, the Cincinnati Bengals, remember 2 years ago, swept you.
Right, sure.
So don't get hung up. Don't get hung up on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like the Green Bay Packers, for example, when the Minnesota Vikings had Randy Moss, you look at the list of Green Bay Packers defensive backs that were drafted in early rounds to try and defend Randy. You put yourself in a real hole that way. I think it's up to players to make plays. And conceptually, I feel like Baltimore is going to be right there. You're going to be real close. You're going to be a team that's going to be in the playoffs. You're going to have a chance. But do you have an offense that can score points? Because the game has evolved to that point. If you can't score, you can't win now. And you're not going to win a game like you did in 2000.
Yeah, you're not winning 13 to 10.
You're not going to. And really, when you take a look at Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh played great defense, but Antonio Brown makes a great reception against you guys down the field on a 3rd down and 19.
Right.
Now, is that a concept? I mean, to me, why in heaven's name you don't bump somebody at the line of scrimmage? And I see a lot of different guys do this. I just don't understand why you don't press people, make the quarterback hold the ball a little bit longer, don't allow the receiver to get to 19 yards before your defense can get to the quarterback. To me, that's a pretty simple formula when it comes to defending people on long yardage. I see more and more teams back off. 3rd and 15, 3rd and 18, 3rd and 19. Just bump the receiver. Take them out of their routes. Time is what you have. Don't let them get 20 yards down the field. It's that simple.
Joe, why don't you be concerned about my AAA?
Oh, well, for you at your age, not necessarily.
Not
yet.
But thank God.
What about me?
What it is, well, us, let's put it that way. AAA is it's a campaign and an awareness program that I got involved with a couple of years ago. It's about abdominal aortic aneurysms. And we have a website, which is findtheanswers.org. You can log on and take a risk quiz to see if you're in your late 50s or 60s, whether you're male or female, you have a chance to look and say, was I a smoker?
Right.
Was my family a smoker? Is there high cholesterol in the family? Is there high blood pressure? These could be indicators of what is an abdominal aortic aneurysm, as we refer to as AAA. My dad had one. That's why I got involved.
Okay, sure.
It's a bulge in the artery that carries blood from the heart to the lower extremities. If that bulge breaks, that aneurysm breaks, there's a 90% chance that you won't survive. If you can get it diagnosed early enough through a physical, what you want to get is you want a vascular ultrasound.
Okay.
Excuse me. And that's just so the women understand it. It's like an ultrasound for pregnancy. Basically it's the same place where the baby would be. It's in the solar plexus area. But you get an ultrasound, and they'll find out whether you have a problem. If you do, you check with your doctor, and there are ways to treat it. But if it goes undetected, it's called the silent killer. Doesn't matter what you eat, doesn't matter your exercise programs. It could possibly burst, and you're dead. I mean, that's the way it goes.
What was the site again? What was the website?
Findtheanswers.org is the website to go to.
It's with 3 A's, right? Find the AA answer.
Don't need to be either one.
Oh, really?
It can be Find the AA answer, or it can just go findtheanswer.org.
And we know we got you here and you kind of squeezed in, so we appreciate you doing this.
Oh, sure.
Give me one, not off the radar screen, but give me a starter in the league to watch. Give me the one guy that your eye has picked up and said, you know what, that kid's going to be a good quarterback.
In this league?
Yeah, right now.
Sam Bradford. I really think that Sam is. I like Sam for two reasons. Number one, I thought Pat Shurmur did a real nice job with him, not getting him beat up last year. He made some plays.
David
Carr. Like
Yeah,
David Carr, Joey Harrington.
Right.
I remember talking to Tom Moore when he was the offensive coordinator in Indianapolis. His first year with Peyton Manning, he made his mind up he was going to do two things. He wasn't going to get him beat up physically, and he wasn't going to get him beat up mentally. And And that's exactly what Pat did with Sam. And I think when you lay that foundation, now you come in with some confidence. But I'm curious also to see how he does in his second year. Because now people have a book on Sam Bradford. Now they have to add some receivers from him. I like what he can do. I'll tell you the other kid I like is the one up in Detroit.
As long as he can stay healthy.
Yeah,
right?
that's the biggest thing. I think he throws the ball around really
Stafford,
well.
obviously. Yeah.
Matt Stafford. I really like the way he throws the football. Those are two young kids that I'm excited about. And the other one, and I don't say this just because we're in a Baltimore station, I want to see what Joe Flacco's going to do.
So do we.
So Joe has sort of, reached a point where if you want to become part of the elite in this game, now your game has to change. Now you have to do things differently than have just getting your team to the playoffs. Truthfully, your team's probably going to get in the playoffs with or without you. But now, can you go with playoff games? Can you go get yourself into the Super Bowl?
Number 7. Thanks very much, man. Always good to see you.
Always great to see you.
How's your golf game?
I haven't
Don't
played.
get out of
no,
here.
you're gonna. This is. I mean this.
It's like me saying I haven't
All
played.
my children's and my grandchildren's life. I have not played since July 18th, since the American Centuries tournament in Tokyo.
Well, you better get out and play some.
I haven't had a chance. Oh, absolutely. I'm on the way to Florida as soon as the Super Bowl's up. I was coming to Dallas to play. I got a golf out here on Saturday. Actually, it's been turned into a ski out.
Always good to see you, buddy.
You too, pal. Thanks, guys.
All right, there he goes, the great Joe Theismann. We'll be right back from Radio Row. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more for you here. And we will check in with...
We still got plenty of stuff coming up. Wait, what?
No, I was...
Oh, you thought there was...
I thought somebody else was coming around. Yeah.
No, John Worktime's coming up soon. We got plenty of stuff coming up.
I have a big announcement for you guys.
Yes, just got a big announcement.
I
It's not
have
as big as our big announcement.
Not
It's huge. It's huge.
It's not nearly as big as
And
ours.
related. Huge and related. I'm just going to say it has to do with duties. Back for more after this.
All right, well, back for more.